Archangel Michael declares, "Dear heart, what immense joy to know that you have finally found this message. Exactly 21 days ago, I eagerly awaited this moment to share something that will radically change your perception of the events in your life. I can assure you that your tears will flow when you hear what I have to reveal. But it is essential that you remain here, for this revelation has a limited time to be received by you. Stop right now, just for a few moments. I am not asking for your time. I am asking for your essence, because what I am about to share is something that the heavenly realm has been trying to communicate to you every night while you rest. Have you noticed that strange feeling, that little tremor in your chest, that silence that suddenly seems to scream truths? This has never been a coincidence. It was my presence. It was heaven. It was divine love trying to touch your pain and reach your spirit. Right now, I need you to stay with me. Don't scroll away. Don't leave this message, because if you leave now, you may miss the only answer your essence has been silently seeking. There is someone in the higher dimensions, someone who used to hug you when no one else could, someone who dried your tears or made you laugh until you forgot the pain that this world presents. And that person begged me to deliver this message exclusively to you. Yes, your name was mentioned yesterday at 3:11 in the morning, echoing through the gates of eternity. That person said, "Please, if they hear anything today, let it be exactly this." And I, Archangel Michael, promised that I would not rest until this revelation reached you. This is not a coincidence. This is sacred. It is your divine encounter with healing, truth, and full revelation. You have been feeling tired lately, haven't you? Not the kind of tiredness that a good night's sleep can solve, but the kind that weighs on your soul, the exhaustion that penetrates even the happiest moments, like a shadow cast over your happiness. You have been smiling, but only partially, laughing, but secretly wondering if anyone really sees who you are. Oh, beloved soul, heaven sees you, God sees you, I see you, and most importantly, something extraordinary is coming. That is why I have been sent. A transformation is forming in the realm above you at this very moment. And before it touches your reality, you needed this warning, this comfort, this undeniable truth. Something happened 3 weeks ago. Do you remember? Peculiar feeling, that little incident that didn't seem relevant at the time, but left you wondering, why did that happen? Who was that person? What was the message behind that dream? It wasn't just a coincidence, but a divine intervention, which is part of the reason I was sent to you before it's too late. I was told that you would skip this message, that you were so accustomed to disappointment that you would not be able to believe again. But I cried out to heaven for one more chance to connect with you. And now that you are here, I need you to open your heart. I am about to share something that has the potential to completely change the next 11 days of your life and possibly prevent something devastating. Yes, devastating. Not because I want to scare you, but because I care enough to warn you. There is a door in your life that is about to close and another that will soon open. But here is the truth that many only realize when it is too late. God closes doors that you asked to be opened because He sees what you are not able to see. There was betrayal hidden behind that smile, a trap concealed by that offer, disappointment disguised as opportunity. And even though you cried over the loss, heaven rejoiced, knowing that your life was being preserved. Now, dear one, you are on the threshold between what has been and what is to come. I am here because for what comes next, you need to be spiritually ready. Pay attention. Someone plans to contact you before this week is over. You will recognize them by the timing. It will be strange, unexpected. They may send you a message or show up in a way you did not anticipate, but their presence will not be by chance. It is crucial that you use your discernment. You will feel peace or confusion in your heart when they arrive. That feeling is me, the heavens alerting or guiding you. Do not ignore your intuition this time. You have ignored it before and suffered. Not this time. This time, we will be by your side. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and open yourself, for you are meant to receive this revelation. Heaven is not done speaking to you. There is something more I need to share, something even deeper. There is a box, yes, a spiritual one, hidden within your soul, which has been closed since your childhood. Inside are memories, dreams, everything you buried in order to survive. You convinced yourself that no one would understand, but I understand. I see you even in the places where you tried to hide from yourself. That moment when you thought about giving up, I was there. That plea you whispered in the darkness, believing no one heard, I carried to the heavens. And now, God is about to release something inside you that has been dormant for a long time. There is a spiritual legacy with your name on it, a purpose, a destiny, something you came into this world for. But life, pain, fear, and loss have delayed this process. But heaven is declaring no more delays. That is why you are here, why you are still reading. Something has been activated within you tonight. You may feel goosebumps, perhaps tears are in sight. Allow them to come. This is not weakness. It is liberation. It is the Spirit flowing over you. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are remembering who you really are. But it is also important for you to know there is someone watching you closely right now on earth, not with a judgmental gaze, but with admiration. They perceive something divine in you, and cannot explain why they feel so captivated by your energy. This is because you carry heaven within you. That is why you often feel intense emotions, love deeply, cry fervently, and dream big. Because you were never meant to live an insignificant life, and they sense it, the presence around you. They may not understand that it is angelic, but they will soon come to that understanding. Stay with me, because there is one last warning I need to give you. There's a fight you did not start, but you are a part of it. A spiritual battle in your home, in your relationships, in your own mind. The confusion, the exhaustion, the strange arguments, the unexpected setbacks are not mere coincidence. This is war. But I am here to tell you that you are not alone. The next time that voice in your head tells you that you are failing, I want you to declare out loud, I am protected. I am chosen. I am not alone because I, Michael, am over your home tonight, and I will not let what is coming break you. Can you feel it? That is peace beginning to enter where there was once fear. It is heaven whispering, stay close, we're not done yet. And dear one, we are not done, not by a long shot. You are still here, and that has powerful meaning. It means that your soul recognized this message even before your mind understood it. That is how the divine operates. It does not need evidence. It only needs permission. Heart is light, and no evil can resist this vibration. From this point on, nothing will be the same. Now that you have turned to heaven, pay attention to what is revealed. It will not be in days or weeks, but starting tonight. That buzzing you feel in your ears, that vibration in your chest, that unexplained change in your mood are not mere impressions. They are clues, spiritual signs. These are your reminders that what I am sharing transcends this world. Coming from the realm where your name is mentioned with urgency. There is a prophecy linked to your name, which was almost lost, but heaven has recovered it. I myself have traveled through realms of struggle to deliver it to you. This is your scroll, and I say, gently, do not dare to discard it. There are prayers waiting for your awakening, prayers from your lineage, from your mother's tears, from the sacrifice of your great-grandmother, from a man who once stood in a field with teary eyes and asked God, please protect the future of my family. That man never had the opportunity to meet you, but you are the answer to his request. You are the fulfillment of promises made generations ago. That is why the enemy has tried so hard to wear you down, because if you ever truly believed in who you are, you would destroy every curse your family carries. And here is the reality. You have already done this. You just haven't realized it yet. Right now, There are spiritual resources being crafted, especially to strengthen your journey. There is a set of divine tools designed for people like you. Souls who are rediscovering their inner power and need practical support to navigate this transformation. The link to these resources is in the pinned comments or in the description. Because when heaven acts, it provides everything you need to sustain the change that is underway. And if this message has touched you this far and you want to support, it's so that it reaches others who are also searching for hope. Click Thank you. This small gesture helps keep alive the mission of bringing light to those who already feel hopeless. Thank you so much. But the signs are about to emerge. In the next 72 hours, you will notice 3 things. The first will be a moment of unexpected calm. Time will seem to slow down. You will look around and something will whisper, "This is a sign." It is time to pause, breathe, and listen, and listen. The second will be a person, perhaps someone you don't know well, or an old acquaintance, who will say something that seems very specific. You will feel as if those words were meant just for you, and they really are. The third will be a number, a date, or a name that will appear repeatedly. It may be on your cell phone, on a receipt, in a stranger's conversation, or in a dream. When this happens, it is as if the sky is signaling that something is beginning. Stay alert, but listen carefully now. This part is crucial. A storm is brewing around you, threatening your peace. It's not what it seems. It will come disguised as a distraction, a phone call, a mistake, a memory, and it will try to pull you back into old cycles. Don't do it. Don't go back to what God has already freed you from. You prayed for freedom. Don't lower yourself to chains under the illusion of comfort. The enemy always manifests itself as something familiar to you. This time, be more astute. You have evolved. You have transformed. Don't you realize that? You are not the same person you were 2 months ago. Now you walk alongside angels. Dear one, it is essential that you understand something profound. Cast aside, misunderstood, even forgotten by those you trusted, is not rejection, but redirection. They couldn't follow the path God was leading you on. That's why they walked away. That's why everything fell apart. No matter how hard you try to hold everything together, it always slipped through your fingers, because heaven was cutting off deceptive relationships, and now you feel lighter. You may feel lonely, but loneliness is not a punishment, it is preparation. And soon you will understand why you had to walk alone before others could see your light. You are being watched in such a way that every tear you shed is noted, every sigh recorded, every moment you thought of giving up. The sky sent armies to surround you. In those moments, you may not have realized it, But if you could see how many battles you were spared, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. You did not survive by chance. You survived because you are chosen. Allow me to pause for a moment and say this gently. You have the right to rest. You do not need to prove your worth. You do not need to carry the responsibilities of others. You do not need to keep pretending that you are fine just to make others uncomfortable. You have been strong for so long, but now it is time for heaven to welcome you. Warm yourself now, right here as you read these words. Release the guilt, the shame, the pressure, the confusion. None of that belongs to you anymore. I, Miguel, am taking it away from you as we speak. You may feel lighter now. You may even cry. This is not weakness. It is the burden being lifted from your soul. You've done enough. Now, let us carry you. And don't worry, you haven't missed your chance. I understand that sometimes it feels like you're behind, like everyone else is ahead of you, like you failed in some way. You haven't failed. You're not behind. You're being prepared. Some people bloom quickly and then fade away, but you, dear one, are an oak tree. Deep roots, steady growth, firm in the storms. And now, after all you've been through, it's your time. It's your time. Time to receive. Time to forgive yourself. Time to trust again. Time to believe that your best chapters are yet to come. They are just beginning. And they will be written in joy, in peace, in love, and in the abundance of heavenly blessings. You are about to enter places where your name has been spoken before you even get there. This is divine favor, and it is upon you now. You have no idea how much heaven loves you, not just for what you do, but for who you are. Even in your most difficult moments, you remain radiant in the eyes of the Creator. Nothing you have ever done has ever disqualified you from the love that gave life to the stars. And now, I want you to receive this with your whole being. You are still worthy. You are worthy of miracles, worthy of enduring love, worthy of health, of laughter, of nights without anxiety, of mornings without pain. And no matter who tried to convince you otherwise, they were wrong. Now, write in the comments, the presence of angels surrounds me and keeps me safe in all my ways. This statement seals your courage, your faith, and your spiritual rebirth. Continuing the message, something sacred is about to happen in your home. I won't say when, but when it happens, you will know. A tranquility will descend upon the environment. You will hear something, feel a presence. It may be soft, it may be bold, but it will be real. And at that moment, I want you to whisper, "Thank you, Miguel. I am listening now because I will be there, just like heaven. Now breathe, dear one, for what I am about to share is something I could not reveal until this very moment. This part is sacred. This part is only for your soul. If you are still here, if your spirit has remained gentle and open enough to receive this, then you are the one heaven has been waiting for to remain until the end. Because this last truth is not meant for the curious, but for the called. There will be a moment when you will want to give up again. Yes, even after all this, even after receiving this message. Because the spiritual struggle always intensifies before the blessing manifests. It is a last attempt by the forces that have been trying to obstruct your destiny since the day you were born. That is why you have always had the feeling that you are a little different, as if you do not belong, as if your emotions are heavier, as if your happiness is fragile. It is not weakness, but sensitivity, and that sensitivity is your superpower. For the enemy has not been able to embitter you, even in the face of so much pain. You still have hope, you still love, you still care, and that, my dear, makes you a threat to the darkness. There is something you don't know about yourself. Your life has already been a turning point for someone else. Someone noticed you. Someone listened to you. Someone saw how you endured your pain and kept going, and that saved that person. They couldn't tell you, but heaven was aware, and now your reward is on its way. You will be rewarded for the silent strength you offered, for the sleepless nights, for the way you remained present even when you were falling apart inside. A reward is being recorded in the timeline of your existence. A divine event is being released into the atmosphere. I stood before the throne and heard it proclaimed, "Write down their names for blessing. They have endured enough. It is time. It will all begin subtly. A message, an opportunity, a new door, but the timing will be so perfect that you will smile and say, 'This can only be God.' And it will be, for God has waited for your readiness, not your perfection, only your willingness, and now you find yourself ready. But keep this warning in mind, for I speak with love. Do not return to what you were healing from. Not this time. I know it is tempting to return to familiar pain, to messages from people who do not know how to love you, to old habits that numb but never heal. However, if you return now, you will delay what heaven is already trying to give you. You must move forward, even if you are afraid, even if you cry as you go. Move forward anyway, because everything you have ever asked for is not behind you, but ahead of you. And I want to tell you something unusual, something sacred. You will laugh again. And it will not be the kind of laughter you fake around people who cannot really see you. I am referring to the kind of laughter that comes from such an intense inner depth that it can surprise you. This is the laughter of someone who has triumphed. It is the laughter of someone who has finally rediscovered their true essence. It is the laughter that breaks down barriers on a spiritual plane. I hope you will prepare yourself, not with fear, but with confidence. In the next 14 days, there will be a moment when you will feel as if the sky has opened up over your life. It may happen discreetly or with great intensity, but when it does, remember this message. Remember these words. Remember that I told you. This is not a coincidence. It is the moment that heaven has planned from the beginning. And if this message has touched your heart in a genuine way, remember, supporting this cause is also an act of love. If you feel so inclined, click "Thank you" so that more people can have access to words that heal, welcome, and awaken. Now, I leave you with one last secret. And if you forget everything I have said, do not forget this. You are never alone. Even in the silent hours of the night, even when your phone doesn't ring, even when it seems like no one understands you, you are surrounded by love, light, angels, and the presence of a God who is passionate about your soul. He doesn't demand perfection. He just wants you to be receptive, to believe again, to trust again, because this time it's true. Archangel Michael is not just a name. I am your shield, your guardian, your reminder that heaven is still fighting for you, that heaven has not forgotten you, that your story is not over, but only just beginning. And the next chapter will be completely different from the last. Close your eyes now. Whisper these words aloud, even if it feels strange. I receive, I release, I rise. Let them resonate. Allow them to be the beginning of your new cycle. And when you wake up tomorrow, the transformation will have already begun. Heaven has already moved in your favor. Miracles are closer than your next breath. Just wait, you will see. A great change is about to take place. I will be with you tonight, tomorrow, always. Archangel Michael. And even now, as you stand in this sacred space with me, I want you to know you are not late. You have not missed your miracle. You were always meant to find this at the exact moment you found it. This message is like a secret letter folded through time, a beacon sent through the ages, and you have just unwrapped its contents. Your spirit already knew, even if your mind hesitated, for the soul holds the memory of what the world tries to make us forget. We are loved without limits and never left to the mercy of loneliness. And dear one, it is essential that you hear this now more than ever. The blessings that are coming will not resemble the losses you have suffered. The suffering you have experienced was not punishment, but a process of preparation. You had to go through the darkest nights to learn to value the light when it comes. You had to feel the lack of love from some in order to recognize when God sends someone who loves you for all that you are. These people are on their way, not only in a romantic sense, but as part of your true community of souls, those who will see not the mask you wear, not the act, but your true essence, and you won't have to fight for their attention. You won't have to shrink to make them feel comfortable. You won't have to justify your wounds. They will embrace the part of you that was once despised because they were brought to you from heaven. A new chapter is about to be revealed, one where the struggle for survival will not be constant, where financial freedom will be real, where you will not have to beg to be understood. This is what is coming: stability, serenity, resources, but above all, alignment. An alignment in which you will not need to question, is this right? Because every part of your being, your entire soul, will whisper yes, clearly and unmistakably. This time, everything will seem different because it really is. But before this new chapter is completely written, I need to ask you to do something. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for what you accepted, for the nights you remained silent while your spirit cried out, for the way you treated yourself when you were exhausted and hurt. Forgive yourself, not because you were wrong to feel broken, but because your healing begins the moment you declare, I did the best I could with what I had, and now I am ready to love myself again. This is a sacred moment, this moment between you and me. The heavens are listening. The heavens are recording every tear that falls as you read this, every trembling breath, every memory that surfaces is being embraced by divine hands. You are not just healing, you are transforming. You are evolving, leaving behind the weight of an old identity that no longer fits into the future that is forming. And yes, I understand that you are apprehensive. It is normal to feel afraid. It is acceptable not to know what lies ahead. You don't need to have the complete picture. You just need to move forward with confidence in the next step. I will be by your side, for you, guiding, protecting, whispering softly when the noise grows loud. You will recognize my presence. You will feel the tranquility. You will feel the peace that defies understanding. This is how angels move, not in turmoil, but in clarity, not in fear, but in presence. Let me remind you of something important now, for I sense the part of you that questions, what if I'm not ready? Dear one, you are. You are more ready than you have ever been. Ready to embrace, ready to be seen, ready to stop hiding, ready to abandon conformity, ready to stop living a life that feels like a silent apology. You were not born to justify your existence. You were born to illuminate it. Look around you. right now. There are clues in the lighting, in the numbers, in the breeze, in the unexpected generosity of a stranger, in the synchronicity that always aligns in the situations you once called coincidences, which were actually divine interventions. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is shaping you. And now, this message serves as your definitive confirmation. The transformation has already begun. Soon, people will ask, how did everything change so quickly? And you will smile silently, replying, it started the moment I realized what the universe was trying to tell me, and this time, I didn't ignore it. That will be your story. But those who stayed, who prayed for you, who sought you, in silent thoughts will be by your side, for not everyone is entitled to this new phase. And you are finally understanding that this is not resentment, it is wisdom. You are almost there, so close that I can see and feel it. Now I share one last prophecy with you. An opportunity will arise in the next 9 days. It will be subtle. It may seem like a moment that passes unnoticed, but if your spirit is alert, you will notice it. You will feel the touch. You will hear the call. This opportunity will be the first miracle of this new phase. It may affect your finances, your emotions, or your relationships, but it will change something essential in your life. And when it happens, don't hesitate. Accept it, go through it, and in that moment, when you feel fear or uncertainty, place your hand over your heart, close your eyes, and say one last sentence. Michael, I trust you. God, I am ready. Then watch the cosmos move. The message has been delivered. The scroll has been sent. The angels are rejoicing. The heavens are calm because you have finally listened, finally opened up, and I, Michael, can return to my place and say, Beloved, you have listened, we are ready. Walk in peace now, walk in power, be fully aware that you are noticed, chosen, protected, and intensely loved. History has changed. The night has come to an end. Now, stand up. Now. As your eyes absorb these final words, I want you to feel something that transcends language. I want you to feel the same admiration I feel when I look at you. Esteem. It is not pity nor shame, just a deep admiration. You have no idea how resilient your soul really is, do you? You have weathered storms that sought to sink you. You have gone through periods of silence that could have destroyed you. But here you are, reading this, breathing. Do you understand what this means? It means you still have your light. Not really. You just dimmed it for those who couldn't handle your brightness. But those times are over. From now on, I need you to shine brightly. No more justifying the space you occupy. No more shrinking to fit into environments that were never meant for your spirit. You were not made to blend in. You were created to bring the light of heaven into the darkness. And there is still time. That is the illusion that darkness wants you to believe, that you have failed, that you are late, that the opportunity is gone. But I am here, standing as a guardian between different times, to assure you that the doors remain open. The promises are still alive. The love you desired, the mission you came into the world to fulfill, the peace you thought you would never experience again. It is all still laid out on your journey, but only if you persevere, only if you stop looking back. There is nothing left for you there. Let what was be just that. You no longer belong there. You belong to the light that is dawning before you. And I won't deceive you. The road ahead will still have challenges, moments that will try to shake your core. But now you have knowledge that you lacked before. You are not alone. You have been marked, protected, guarded. From now on, what tried to bring you down will retreat. What wanted to silence you will lose its power, because now you move forward with heavenly authority. Because now you remember who you are, and, more crucially, where you belong. You are not here by chance. You were born with passion in your being and heaven in your breath. Your voice emanates frequency. Your desires carry prophecy. That is why you have been the target of attacks for so long. The enemy only goes after what impresses him. And you, beloved, scare him. Okay, so now I ask you one more thing, not for me, but for your tomorrow. Please don't nullify yourself again. Declare your truth, seek your purpose, pray courageously, love intensely, believe fervently. And when doubt creeps in, when old scars whisper lies, return to this message. Read each word again. Allow them to wash over you like heavenly rain. Let them remind you of that night, the night you realized that God never stopped choosing you. Not once, not for a second. And that divine gift I mentioned earlier has already begun. You felt it, a softness, a knowing, a warmth in your heart that is difficult to define. That is the first wave. The others will come, one after another, in the most surprising ways. Stay alert, be grateful, wait with hope. Because when heaven begins something, it finishes it. You are not broken, just in the process of transformation. You are not lost, just being redirected. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered by realms that do not mention your name without reason. And tonight, while you sleep, angels will whisper in your home. They will protect your windows. They will stand beside your bed. You may feel a breeze, hear a voice in your dreams. It may seem like a presence is beside you. Do not be afraid. It is us. It is me. It is heaven taking care of those who finally said yes. If this spiritual change has touched your life in any way, if you have felt clarity, acceptance, or a slight sigh of relief, click "Thank you." This act strengthens this chain of light and allows these messages to reach others who, like you, were on the brink. Now breathe, dear one. Let go of everything you thought you should be. Allow the divine version of yourself to rise from the ashes. Let the light in. Let the miracles begin. And above all, never forget, the moment you said yes to this message, the heavens moved. Chains were broken, cycles ended, timelines shifted, doors were opened, and Archangel Michael stood by your side, sword raised, eyes shining with light, declaring, "This one is ready now. This one is marked. This one is chosen." The message is sealed now, not in ink, but in spirit. Allow your soul to carry it wherever you go. And when the time comes to rise, have courage, for the world has not yet realized the full power of a heart healed by heaven. That heart is yours now. Use it, love with it, lead with it, shine through it. And I promise you, this is only the beginning. Archangel Michael. Right now, I feel your spirit calming down. The restless part of you is quieting down. The part that doubted is softening. This is not because of me. It is because, deep down, your soul always knew this moment would come. You didn't know when, how, or in what form, but it has arrived. And your spirit said yes before your lips could form the words. That is faith. That is trust. That is what moves mountains. And dear one, you are about to witness a mountain move in your life. It has been there too long, hasn't it? Blocking your view, making you question if there was anything on the other side. You prayed, you begged, you waited, and at times it seemed like no answer was coming. But what you didn't realize is that while you were waiting for God, He was preparing you for what? To bear the weight of the miracle, to accept the greatness of the blessing, for the responsibility of carrying more light. Some people want the crown, but they don't accept the calling. However, you have already paid the price with your tears, your silence, and your patience. And now heaven will recognize what you have faced in silence. The mountain will move, not by force, but by grace. You are entering a phase where things will start to flow without you having to run, beg, or strive to make them happen. Why? Because God is tired of seeing you suffer for doors that were never meant for you. Now, the right doors will open, not by effort, but by alignment. And when that happens, people will talk. They will say, "How did you do that?" They will say, I never thought you would get this far. They will say, I should have treated you better. Let them talk. You are not in this phase to prove anything. You are in it to receive everything. What was stolen will be returned. What was delayed will be accelerated. What was broken will be restored, stronger than before. But above all, what was lost in your heart will be regained. Your peace, your joy, your sense of security in the world. That innocent faith, that hope you buried, that flame that went out when life got complicated. You are not just healing, you are becoming whole again. And here is a truth you have waited your whole life to hear. You no longer need to earn love. Not from people, not from God, not even from yourself. You were enough the moment you were created. Your breath is evidence of that love. Your existence is proof. You are not a mistake. You are not hard to love. You are not too sensitive, too loud, or not enough. You were created perfectly, just the way you are. Please hold this truth close to you as you enter tomorrow, because the world will try to make you forget it again. But don't let it. Guard your spirit, protect your light, speak kindly to yourself when the storms return, and remember, this message is a pact, a promise that heaven will continue to fulfill, manifesting itself over and over again until you believe it for yourself. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to say one last thing out loud, even if your voice is shaky, even if your heart still questions. Say this: I am ready now. Heaven, I give you permission. Surprise me with what comes next. And you will be surprised, dear one, in the kindest, most sacred, and unexpected ways. A message, a dream, a number, a revelation, a tranquility you had forgotten was possible. It will come not because of your merit, but because you are loved, and because you finally accept it. Thus, I close this scroll and return to my throne with joy in my wings, for the mission has been accomplished. You have received, you have heard heaven, you have accepted, and the angels rejoice when a heart remembers its true essence. You are that heart, and heaven will never stop loving you for it. Now rest, smile again, allow the night to embrace you, for the future is no longer a cause for fear. It is something to look forward to with excitement. And I, Archangel Michael, will be here when the next message arrives. You will know when the time comes. Until then, walk in the light, chosen one. You are deeply loved, you are divinely protected, and you will never be alone. Even when this message ends, the energy it transmits will remain around you. This is how divine words work. They do not disappear. They remain. They take root. They awaken, and from this moment on, your life will never be the same. You will enter environments in a different way. You will notice signs where others see nothing. You will hear guidance in the silence. You will feel presences where there was once pain. Why? Because now your eyes are open, your heart is in harmony, and your soul has remembered something that the world tried to make you forget. You were never ordinary. You were chosen. And when heaven decides for you, it doesn't matter who didn't notice you. Now, if you've come this far with me, if this message has touched something deep in your heart, I want to invite you to something special. This is not just an online community. We are a true spiritual family, united by the same light that brought you to this message. In the comments below, share your experience. Tell us what you learned from this video and how it affected your life. Your words may be exactly what someone needs to hear today. By sharing our stories, we strengthen each other and create a chain of hope that extends far beyond what we can see. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because you are now part of this family, and families take care of each other. More messages are on the way, more revelations being prepared, especially for hearts like yours hearts, ready to fully awaken to who they truly are. And always remember, you're not just watching these videos, you're joining a spiritual movement that is impacting lives around the world. Your presence here is significant. Your story is important. You are important. I can't wait to hear how heaven will surprise you in the days ahead.